everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the Morning Joke Show. I am your host, Emerito Alvarez, and today we are going to talk about the human brain. Why do we forget everything at the worst time? Um, well, today's topic is something you use every second of your life, but still betrays you constantly. Your brain. Or as I like to call it, a supercomputer that randomly forgets everything why it opened a tab halfway through loading. If you ever if you ever walked into a room and instantly forgotten why you're there, congratulations. You're human. And if you don't, well, you should get your DNA test. Let's say. So your brain is basically the controller of everything you do. It controls memory, thoughts, movement, emotions, and also occasionally decides to delete important information for no reason. Like, for example, your password, your homework answer, your friend's name, your teacher's name, your own plan from 3 seconds ago. Why did the brain get promoted? Because it was outstanding in its field until it forgot what field it was in. Your brain basically does stupid things. For example, when you have to do a homework really important, and you say, since it's so important, I'm not gonna forget it. Okay, you go home. You completely forget about the homework, and when you're the next day in school, well, let's say that something bad could happen. Your brain also has too many tabs open, like, what am I doing? What is time? Why am I hungry again? Random song from, 2016. Who the heck is Stephen Hawking? Why did I want to read a book? Then I watch TV? It's like that. So it has too many tabs open, so if you can just close all of them and then start a new one. Um, let's talk about your memory, okay? Why do you forget the most useless things perfectly, but forget what you just walked into a room for? So basically, you're alone in your house, right? And you say, I need to get one thing from my room. And then you step into the room, you don't remember. So then, this is what happened. I went back, and since I was alone, I went and asked my mum. Since she wasn't there, well, I talked to my imaginary friend. Your brain remembers random movie quotes, forgets birthdays, remembers embarrassing moments from 7 years ago at 2 a.m., but somehow it cannot remember what you were going into your room for 3 seconds ago. So, as I said, the brain is like a supercomputer. So why did the brain refuse to delete old memories? Because it was emotionally attached to your worst moments. Has that ever happened to you? It has to me. Randomly, when I was in an awkward time, in an awkward moment. Then, I remember it at 2 a.m. and my face went numb. Okay? That is bad. So ever try to remember something and your brain goes loading, please enjoy this random song instead. Has that ever happened to you? It's like when you call a company and then they just leave you hanging for like 3 hours with the elevator music, you know? What do you call a brain that forgets everything? A beta version. That was a bad joke. Okay, I'll admit that was a bad joke. So the brain is fast, sometimes too fast. You think, I should be more productive. Your brain replies, here's 27 unrelated thoughts and a sudden urge to check the fridge. Also, this also happens with your New Year's resolution. Well, it's somehow related. You say, I want to eat healthier. Your brain goes, yeah, why not? Then, the next day, you're eating ice cream and a bowl of chips. Why did the brain get distracted? Oh gosh. It saw a shiny thought and followed it. Overthinking is just your brain running 12 simulations of a problem that doesn't exist yet. Your brain also loves imaginary arguments. You win, they lose. You feel satisfying, nothing ever happens. For example, when you are in the shower and you get into arguments with yourself, and then someone saying that babies just shouldn't wear diapers and they should sit pooping on the couch. Obviously, you win, you get satisfying, nothing ever happens. Okay? So, sleep, dreams, and weird brain behavior. Yeah, sleep is when your brain gets even weirder. Dreams make zero sense. You can be flying, chased by a toaster, wait for something you don't understand. Your brain says, yep, this is cinema. Has that ever happened to you? It has to me. I was running from a random toaster, on my way to a building, which then I entered. And then I ate some food. And then went back home and said nothing ever happened. People. So, another joke. So, why did the brain create dreams? To test how much nonsense you can accept without questioning it. For example, when your teacher is talking, when your math teacher is talking, nonsense that you can accept without even questioning it. Why would we want to use the ratio of a triangle in our daily lives? You think I'm just gonna go, wait, look at that. It says before buying that thing, I need to calculate the ratio of a triangle. Do you think that's gonna? No. Okay. And waking up is even worse. You open your eyes and your brain says, let's remember 1% of what we just did and delete the rest. You know? You can have a very good dream of you buying a Lamborghini, and the only thing you remember is waiting, sat down on a chair, waiting for the person that's going to give you the Lamborghini to come. So another joke, why did the brain apply for a job? It wanted more processing power. But another joke, okay, these are gonna be jokes. Oh no. What's the brain's favorite game? Minecraft. Now this all comes from a good website. From jokes. Why did the neuron break up with the synapse? Too many mixed signals. Why did the brain go to therapy? It had unresolved thoughts from 2009. Okay. My brain and I are in a relationship. It's complicated and I do most of the apologizing. So that's all for today's episode of the Morning Joke podcast. Remember, your brain is powerful, but also kind of chaotic. Maybe this was a dream. Maybe when you wake up, you will just be, you will just remember you waiting for this podcast to load. So if you forgot why you walked into a room today, don't worry. It's not you. It's your software. See you next time. Have a nice day.